Santiago.
All right, let me just ask so I know where I'm at with you people. Everybody here speaks Spanish, right? All right, because I don't want to lose anybody when I go into Telemundo mode. Although they don't make it easy for you to be bilingual in this country. I was trying to write my mother a very simple little email. Mami, I'll see you mañana. It doesn't get any simpler than that. You know, but to get the N, the N with a little squiggly over it that gives you the N sound. First of all, that's not just a letter in the alphabet for us, okay? That is a symbol of our identity. We are the Enya gente, the Enya people. And it's not on the keyboard. And to get it is so ridiculously convoluted. On a PC, it's like Alt, Shift, 1, 6, 4. I forget what foot you have to be standing on. It's very ridiculous. And the only word in the English language that has the Enya in it, officially the only one, in the dictionary, in the software, in the spell check, the only one is piñata. So I have to write piñata. And then cut and paste. That's terrible when the discrimination is actually coded right into the software. I don't know what I would do without Spanish or Spanglish. Spanglish, you know. That's the language I grew up with. My mother instilled a sense of discipline, switching back and forth between English and Spanish. Whenever me and my three brothers got out of hand, se los estoy advirtiendo for the last time. No me hagan pasar un mal rato, because por mi madre, se los juro, if I have to pull this car over, everybody se va a llevar un cocotazo. That's not an easy thing to pull off. But Spanish has reached an entirely different level now, you know? I'm hearing a lot of Spanglish advertising now. La nueva variety bucket de Kentucky Fried Chicken. Cada pedacito de pollo frito está finger-licking delicioso. Sometimes it's a very spontaneous thing. Like I was at a party and someone says, hey, how do you say trick or treat in Spanish? Stumped everybody. Finally someone said, pues, trick or treat. And you laugh, but next year that's in the dictionary. That's how it grows. And everybody has their own technique. You know, like sometimes a good Spanglish speaker will say something first in English because it's very direct, to the point. And then they will add something in Spanish to elaborate. He thinks he's all that, como si fuera la última Coca-Cola del desierto. Even if you don't know what that second part was, you know that's where the good stuff was. The English was just there to set you up. In New York, that's where I'm from. That is the capital. That is the Mecca of Spanglish. People come from all around the world just to hear how we do it. And it's worth the trip. I'm in a toy store, so cute. Little girl talking to her mom, pointing to a doll she wanted very badly on the shelf. Mami, cómpramela por favor, que está on sale. And Mami was on it, te dije que no. Why? ¿Cómo que why? Porque because. That's the best answer to any question I've ever heard in my life. Porque because. As a matter of fact, if you don't know the answer, whip out that porque because, it will get you out of a jam. How come there is no enya on my keyboard? Porque because. People hear me going back and forth between the two languages, and they're so curious. They actually ask me, so then what language are you actually thinking in then? Well, it really depends on the last language you were operating in. You don't automatically switch over. There's a little bit of a lag. Like I was reading this ad for the Army, but it was in Spanish. So instead of I am Army, it said soy Army. Then I walk into Starbucks and there's a sign that says soy milk. I was like, that's impossible. I am milk. Reporting for duty, sir. Let me at those lactose-intolerant sons of bitches. We have to keep the homeland safe. I tell people you should learn Spanish. It's a beautiful language. Everything sounds so much more poetic when you're talking in Spanish, you know. You're talking to a woman, Ave María, esas palomas gemelas que reposan y vuelan en tu pecho. You know how you'd say that in English? Great tits. But in Spanish, that is Nobel Prize-winning literature. I love reading Spanish, but you know what's interesting about reading written Spanish? Well, that's the only kind of Spanish you can read, the written kind. But the double punctuation, I love it. Like for a Spanish-speaking person, one exclamation point is not good enough. Because we're already that excited as a natural default level of our cultural personality. One exclamation point doesn't even register. We need two exclamation points, one on each side of the sentence. You don't want to get to the end of that sentence and then find out you should have been excited all along. You want a heads up before that sentence starts. You want to come in excited, maintain that excitement, and then ramp up to a big, exciting finale. That's how we do it. And just so you don't miss it, the exclamation point at the front of the sentence is upside down. Like a little cheerleader standing on its head. Hey, get ready for this! Make some noise, it's gonna be exciting! We need that double exclamation point, you know? Because we're just so that much more emotional. We operate at a different emotional pitch. I realized that as a child. Growing up, I would go over to my friends' homes, and I would hear their parents say things that I would never, ever, ever hear my parents say. Things like, honey, let's not fight in front of the kids. My parents, if they ever felt a good fight coming on, they would postpone it till we got home from school. And those fights were classic. Oye, William, ¿y a dónde carajo tú estabas metido hasta las 3 de la mañana? Hold it, Judy, that's gonna be a good one. Hold it, they'll be home in 15 minutes. Hold that thought. And you'd walk in and you would feel that tension, you know? Mommy over here, Papi over there, you knew what was about to go down. Hey, Billy, how was school? Fine. Any homework? Yes. Can I go do it, please? Hold on, just 1 second, just hold it. Okay, Judy, hit it. Desgraciado, maldito sea, hijo de la gran puta! We heard that a lot. Hijo de la gran puta, son of the great whore. But when you're a kid, you're so innocent, you have no idea that your parents are saying anything that vulgar, you know? I actually became dependent on it. I couldn't get to sleep unless I heard it. It was like a lullaby for me. You know, I'd be up wide awake. Oh, there it is, there it is. No, I can fall asleep. But you figure it out. I mean, over time, there's a dawning of consciousness. And then one day you connect the dots. Wait a second, hijo. That's my dad. He's the hijo. So la gran puta. Mi abuelita? She's la gran puta? And it always sounded so imperial to me, you know, like she was sitting on a throne. Yo soy la gran puta. Y tu papá, él es el hijo de la gran puta. Y tú, Billy, tú eres el nietecito de la... They would break down my whole whorish heritage. These are my childhood memories. I treasure them to this day. And, now I myself have 3 kids. And a wife on the way. I'm kidding. My girlfriend, though, she's Mexican, very Mexican. She's about to turn 30, and she doesn't want to admit it, so she's referring to it as her doble quinceañera. Which I think is very clever, you know. Her family is funny. They don't get what I do for a living. Like stand-up, apparently they didn't have much of it back on El Rancho. And they're always asking her, Oye, María, ¿todavía estás saliendo con ese payaso? I don't know how I got downgraded from Seinfeld to Bozo in the cultural gap, but it's not very flattering, you know. They're much more religious than I am, too. Getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to La Misa de la Virgen de Guadalupe. Yeah, I don't get up at 4 o'clock in the morning for any virgin. I will stay up till 4 with her in order to try and change her status. Get that monkey off her back. But maybe I'm just not devout enough, you know? I can never be an atheist, though, because as soon as I start to think there is no God, I think, oh, God. What if God knows I'm thinking that? I'm curious, though, I cracked open that Bible finally, I did. I didn't realize how much catching up I have to do. Thou shalt not kill. Are you guys familiar with that one? Have you heard of it? Do they have that here in Hollywood? Thou shalt not kill? I always thought that was the first commandment. My entire life, I just assumed something that important, thou shalt not kill, had to be way up there on the top of that list. I Googled it, number 6. I was blown away by that, 6. According to the 10 commandments, there are 5 worse things I can do to you than kill you. How do you like that? Thou shalt not kill didn't even make top 5. Not even runner-up. Anybody know what the runner-up is? Second commandment, thou shalt not take the Lord's name in vain. That's right. That means if someone shoots you dead, but just before you die, you manage to shout out, God damn it! You're the one going to hell. How do you like that?